Hey guys, Michael here. I need to make a quick Stanley Topper. This is for a friend of mine who got a new truck recently, and I wanted to just give him something to kind of go with that truck. I noticed he has a Stanley sitting in a cup holder sometimes, and you know, he has a clean slate there. It doesn't have a Stanley Topper on there. So I have my acrylic here. Let's hop over to XCS and let's get started. All right, so we're in XCS, and this is the topper I'm going to make. And I went online and found someone that was gracious enough to share a SVG pattern of this logo. So this is what I'm going to go with. This part is a separate piece, and this is what I was able to download. Now, if you take a look at this, it's in 3 different parts. What I did was I took this logo and traced it, these 2 letters or these 2 separate items, and traced it using, if I highlight this, using the outline tool. I was able to outline it, and then it ends up looking like this. So I took these and put them back on here and cut them out using the combine feature. And so now I actually have 2 pieces, what you see here, and then I have another piece, which is this piece with these 2 cut out of it. And then as you see here, I had this back with this additional sides on it. It looks different than this. But what I did for that was I just basically took this, put it on top of that one, and just merged it all together so that it ends up with this piece. So these are the pieces I'm going to cut out. I'm going to cut this one out of clear, this one out of silver, mirror silver, this one out of black, and this one out of red, and hopefully this fits all together. So I've already got my pieces already set up. I have the clear here, and then I have the mirror silver. This has the cover protective film on there because I don't want to scratch it up. I already have some tape on the back. I'm going to cut this from the back side up because I want to be able to see where my tape is at by looking at this. And then I have the red as well. Tape is ready to go. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do write the names of the colors on my pieces because, well, I'm colorblind, and some of the colors are kind of similar, whatever. So I write down the names of them. And then I have the black piece. So we have black, red, silver, clear. Let's start off with the silver. Put this in the P2 and we'll get started cutting. I'm already connected to my P2. Let me refresh. And before I do any more movements here, let me take a picture of how high that acrylic is inside of the P2. If you see over here, it actually took a picture and it readjusted the image. Now, the one thing I want to cut on my mirror silver is this part right here. So I'm going to move this on top of the tape to make sure I get the most of the material. I'm going to capture a close view. All right, let me zoom in, holding control in the mouse wheel. Now, as I said before, I want to cut this in a mirrored shape. So I want to flip this over. I'm just going to reflect horizontally and make sure we're down at the bottom using my arrow keys. And I'm ready to cut this one. I'm using 60% power, 7 millimeters per second. Let me zoom out, select the rest of this stuff, and set it to ignore so that this is the only one we're going to be cutting. I'm going to press process, start, and let's cut this item. All right, that one's finished. Let me pop this out here. Come on, there we go. Let me give you a sneak peek. That's what this one's going to look like. And let's go to the black. Now I had the black inside there. I don't need to auto measure because I'm doing 3 millimeter on all of these pieces. So I can just hop into XCS, set the silver piece to ignore, set the black piece to process, and I can cut the black out now. Okay, I got my black piece done. Now let's jump over to the red. Now, if you ever want to delete this zoomed in view, you can right click it and select delete close view. That'll remove it from the screen. All right, let me refresh the picture here. Move him out of the way. Get my 2. And before I forget, let me just set everything back to ignore and set this to output. Let me capture the close view. Make the most of my material and put it way down here. Let's put it right there. I think there's a little mess up right there, so let me just scoot it over a little bit. All right, we are going to process this. Oh, nope. Let me back up for a minute. Let me flip this over. There we go. And I did notice that it looks like I had some of these. Yeah, I messed that up too. So let me set those to ignore. Set this to output, process, make sure this looks okay. My 2 is reversed, yes. And let me start it up again. Okay, my red is complete. Last thing I need to do is put the clear in. Delete the close view. Select everything. Set it to ignore this time, not output. And the only thing I'm going to do is this one. Let me refresh this page here. Capture the close view so I can see exactly where I want to put the material or put the project on the material. All right, let me zoom in. And this one does not need to be mirrored because I'm sticking everything to this piece. The only ones I have to mirror are the ones that have tape on the top side of them. So this one I'm going to leave alone and I'm going to process it now. Okay, so I have my clear, got all the pieces ready to go. I'll zoom in and put it together. Okay, so I've already peeled off the top paper of this one, and this one. The last one I do is the clear. Let me take the paper off of this one. This is actually plastic. This is a lot easier with fingernails. All right, got that off. So here's the back, and I'm going to glue this on here like that, and then that's going to be right there, and then I'm going to put the 2 in the middle. So the first things first, let me take this and remove the paper off the double-sided tape. If you're curious about what kind of tape I use, check the description of this video, and I have a link down there. This stuff is very sticky, and it's almost basically a permanent sticker for the most part. All right, let me see if I can make this fit. Okay, and that lines up just with the edges of that. Let me take the paper backing off of this. This is a different type of tape, just because I had it on the black already, and this one works just as good as the other one. Take that off. Okay, now this is all one piece, and I just cut this one and this one from the same SVG. So with the curve of the laser, they're able to just drop right back in place where it was. And one more. All right, here she is. This is what it looks like, the end result here. I'll show you what the back side looks like. And I went with the clear so that it just doesn't take away from the logo, and really all you see is the logo there. Hopefully he likes this. I'll take a picture of it on his Stanley there just to see what it looks like and share that with you all. But appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully you found this video useful. I'll see you next time.